Read. Construction report request to fight. Workers finishing the banner placements are requesting more important tasks. Several wish to train with swords so they can fight, more directly serving the Inquisition. They traveled to join a war, not dress up a keep. Can't say I disagree. Foreman Sheriff. Our enemy cut a hole in the sky seen everywhere. We look upon it from below, but it need not humble us. We may fight because we are many. We are many because the Inquisitor inspires. The Inquisitor inspires because of her growing legend. Part of this legend is what the masses find on arrival. That is the job of your workers, not vanity, but veneration. Not impulse, but elevation. Their skill as workers is greater threat to the enemy than their number in half-trained soldiers. Lady Montelier. Of course, Josephine is very eloquent with words, as she needs to be.
It's looking good. Not good enough, but good.
We've stopped losing at least.
Faster than you thought. Admit it.
I admit it.
I don't know how we feel about what happened very shortly ago in general. Yes, we closed the breach, but we lost our entire hideout after that. But anyone who wasn't at Haven, they will feel the effects of the breach closing, right? So I guess overall that was a net positive. Construction report, death on the wall. One of our finishers, Garen, fell from the scaffold and landed on paving stone. He had breath for an hour, but his eyes were still. He died, and the Chantry sisters wrapped him. What should we do? Foreman Sheriff. Have them commit his body with those we have lost since Haven. I will record his sacrifice for the Inquisition. Move his fellow workers to another site, and allow time off with pay if they request. Don't need... Do it, just do it. You don't have to wait till they request. Ensure that all workers do their job safely. We are in a war, not a race. Rushing does no good if we harm ourselves. We are all the Inquisition. Yeah, well, if you name one person the Inquisitor, it does kind of make me feel like, oh, is the Inquisitor the only person that matters in the Inquisition? The Mason. Hi.
Hello, Inquisitor. Honored Inquisitor. Gotzi Sturhald. Did my part on the walls, and now I'm on this strange collection you've brought us. Don't know its worth to the fight exactly, but it's good workmanship.
You have markings on your face. You're part of that group in Orzammar. Legion of the Dead. Your voice sounds really familiar, by the way.
Any ideas about the origins of these reliefs?
To Vinter, early. It's in the tool marks, the grain. That's hard dust mined from the 100 Pillars, if I know anything. Oh, I suppose the scene is probably full of Tevinter robes, too.
The 100 Pillars?
Damnedest things. Massive spires that aren't stone. It's like a mortar. Don't know more than that. Strong, though.
Reliefs, tiles.
Do you have insight into the stories these tiles are supposed to depict?
Tell you what. You finish one, and I'll write it up. Who better, right? A good dwarven perspective.
So no.
Where did you learn your skills?
Orzammar. Carved a few statues in my day. And before you ask, yes, I chose to leave. I carved a paragon who turned out to be a sodding madwoman. Couldn't stand looking at it. The memory of a dwarf, right?
Branca?
Another time.
Best of the vein, Inquisitor.
Best of the vein. What kind of metaphor is that supposed to be? Like a mineral vein? An ore vein? Oh, should we be talking to Solas? Hi, how are you?
Sleep well?
I don't know how you made me go to sleep like that, and I didn't even realize. He was a little bit offended, though, at the idea that the Fade wasn't real. That was not the usual kind of Fade we see. We've been to the Fade before, and it's always looked very distinctly sort of like muddy, things flying all over the place. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I've never done anything like that before. Do you regularly talk to people in dreams?
No. Consider that one more rule you have effortlessly broken in your rise to power. I had no idea that the anchor would allow you to dream with such focus. It is truly remarkable, but I am reasonably certain we are awake now. And if you wish to discuss anything, I would enjoy talking.
Cool, we'll just pretend whatever in there didn't happen.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
We spoke of this on our travels to Skyhold. What more can I tell you? Cassandra and Varric seem more familiar with their adversary.
Why, I'm asking everyone.
You've given me good counsel before. I could use some now.
My apologies, Inquisitor. My poor manners shame me. I claim no secret wisdom, but I will guess as best I can.
Oh yeah, you claim no secret wisdom, right? I'm surprised he hasn't been all like, Solas greatly approves of you asking questions to prop him up.
I would like to know more about the orb he carries.
As I said, that must be the means by which he created the breach. I suspect the blast that destroyed the Conclave was more accident than anything. The result of unlocking power that had sought release for ages. What I cannot understand is how he managed to survive such an explosion.
But the sacrifice of the divine was a purposeful thing because he mentioned it was a sacrifice. Was that his voice in the beginning? I'll have to go back and compare. I don't know. The voice was very... I remember the beginning, the first time I heard it, it was very detached, almost robotic, emotionless. Which is not my impression of him when we met again.
You said that you believed the orb is elven.
I never would have believed a Tevinter mage could unlock such a powerful relic. It clearly enhances his abilities, giving him access to power he should never have known.
Like the power to control the archdemon.
Indirectly, one assumes. Nothing in any law connects my people to the old god dragons who became archdemons.
Things are gonna start getting a little bit messy because the myths are pretty separate. Like, nothing in the elven myth might discuss old god dragons, so we have to start combining stuff and whatnot. I'm still very curious about how you knew it was an artifact that did the explosion, though. I don't know if I'm honing in on that too much. It's just not what I thought of.
What do you think Corypheus will do next?
You shamed him when you destroyed Haven. It spoiled his glorious victory.
Oh.
It would be worse to acknowledge that you had done so. He must continue on his course or show weakness. He will return to his plans to throw Olay into chaos, and then conquer it for Tevinter.
We destroyed Haven, but technically he pushed us into it. I thought he would be happy about destroying our power and all that, but well, this is Solas' guess.
You're sure that's what he'll do?
As certain as is possible, assuming I can plausibly predict a man who seeks to rise to godhood.
And can you?
The key is understanding this. No real god need prove himself. Anyone who tries is mad or lying. His deception will undo him, as it has done countless fools before.
That's a good point. If someone is very secure in some aspect of themselves, they don't need to prove it to anybody. They don't need to go around telling people, I have power!
What can you tell me about the source of Corypheus's power?
According to the law, the ancient Magistars of Tevinter received guidance from the old gods. Corypheus commands a false archdemon, a corrupted old god. This suggests he no longer sees himself as their minion. Some of his unique power comes from the corruption of the blight. The rest may come from the orb he carries.
I'd like to hear more about what you saw in your exploration of the Fade.
I would be happy to share it with you.
That place was so real. It felt so real.
Tell me about the old ruins you explored.
I found the ruin of Barandur, a lost Tevinter city buried deep beneath a dead and barren wasteland.
We read about that.
Volcanic ash had sealed it tight. In one dark moment, every living creature in the city seared and smothered. They were statues in the ashes, like a mold made to recall the lost.
The Fade is a way to be... If you're a scholar, visiting the Fade would definitely have a lot of value then.
Tell me about a spirit you encountered.
I met a friendly spirit who observed the dreams of village girls as love first blossomed in their adolescence. With subtlety,
That's creepy.
She steered them all to village boys with gentle hearts, who would return their love with gentle kindness. The matchmaker, so I called her. That small village never knew its luck.
What a heteronormative spirit.
Tell me about the old memories you found in the Fade.
I saw a savage human horde go marching toward the battlefront. They sang a soldier's hymn to keep formation. The primal music shook the ground. These savage, unwashed warriors carried harmonies no chantry choir has mastered. Though their cause was all but hopeless, they sang songs that made the spirits weep.
You need to write a book, Solas. You need to write all this down. I can't be the only one to just hear it and then forget about it later. You gotta write it down. So he likes it when you ask about the Fade specifically. Everything makes him happy here.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Was there more? What? Oh god, what now? I'm so scared I triggered some romance thing again. I wonder if did we permanently turn him down? Ooh.
Something wrong with your tea?
It is tea. I detest this stuff. But this morning, I need to shake the dreams from my mind. I may also need a favor.
You just have to ask.
One of my oldest friends has been captured by mages, forced into slavery. I heard the cry for help as I slept.
Through the fade? I want to assure... I know, somehow very surprising that Solas actually has friends. Actually, I'm interested in all three. But I want to assure him. But I want to know... Through the fade then, right?
When your friend was captured, how did he... she...
It.
Spirit.
My friend is a spirit of wisdom. Unlike the spirits clamoring to enter our world through the rifts, it was dwelling quite happily in the Fade. It was summoned against its will, and wants my help to gain its freedom and return to the Fade.
I thought spirits wanted to find their way into this world.
Some do, certainly. Just as many Orlesian peasants wish they could journey to exotic Rivain. But not everyone wants to go to Rivain. My friend is an explorer seeking lost wisdom and reflecting it. It would happily discuss philosophy with you, but it had no wish to come here physically.
Do you have any idea what the mages want with your friend?
No. It knows a great deal of lore and history, but a mage could learn that simply by speaking to it in the Fade. It is possible that they seek information it does not wish to give, and intend to torture it.
That intense? Helping spirits and stuff? I don't know, but Solas, I'll trust you know what you're doing. Wow, I wonder how many demons and spirits have tried possessing Solas before. He mentioned that it's only a demon if you manifest it to be a demon, but is it that simple? The fate seems pretty dangerous overall for the unlearned person.
All right, let's go get your friend.
Thank you. I got a sense of my friend's location before I awoke. I'll mark it on our map.
Yeah, don't get so happy. I'm just accepting your quest. We'll probably do it like 20 hours later.
Lethalon.
Yes. Lethalon. That's it.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Okay, no hard feelings, Solas. Was this here before? Oh, is this the tiles the Mason was talking about earlier? Wait, that's the Inquisition symbol again, isn't it? We have this much time to be doing decoration and all. Oh! Oh wow, there's like people above. Oh. Ooh. Okay, the people... Dorian and Leliana are also here. Above? Well, not here. What the hell is this? Literally nothing. What the hell is this? Oh! The rotunda and the fresco. Sister Leliana, as per your request, I have made a thorough examination of the fresco adorning the rotunda. I first attempted to clarify its intent with Messer Solas. Forgive me. I know he is not titled within the structure of the Inquisition, but the more I learn of his experience, the more awkward I feel not using a formal honorific. On the mural, all Messer would say is, Skyhold is her fortress, meaning of course the Inquisitor. These are her actions. He is of course correct. The subject of each edition is self-evident. Oh, so the more we do, the more stuff will be here? On the medium and method, it is elven in fresco, pigment and plaster, and it is grand. I have rarely been privileged to observe such skill as it is applied. It is considered with long periods of study before the image emerges, whole cloth, and with certainty. It speaks of how I imagine elves view the world and the measured nature of their step. I should expect such competence from Messer given his probable years of study, but it is still an amazing work, demonstrating an art with few living practitioners, even among the Dalish. Archivist Bannon. Solas, you drew it. You drew it. Oh, wow. You are a good drawer.
My friend.
I wish we could ask him about it.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
This is Corypheus? This is a gold... Oh, the orb. He's holding a small orb. But at the foot of it... Is that dragon scales behind him? His control of a dragon? What's this one then? Solas, you gotta teach me. Tell me what it means. Some of it is still blank. Wow, you guys did a lot of work when I was sleeping. Like a lot. These ravens are everywhere. Fiona!
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes? I should thank you. The way things ended in Redcliffe, you could have demanded anything you wished. Yet you chose to make us equal partners. I was not expecting that.
Whoa. Well, why don't you prove that my trust in you is correct then? Okay, these two are just unhelpful at this point, I think. We have a good relationship, don't ruin it.
You rebelled for good reason. I knew you, of all people, would understand. I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter, leader of a rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you're no doubt well aware.
Yeah, we read her codex. She used to be a Grey Warden. So she's gonna get called someday.
You were once a Grey Warden. Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death. But long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a Warden. They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened. So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, the first Warden ever to be kicked out. Quite the achievement.
Wait, what do you mean? You were stripped of what made you a warden? Like, the ability to send Starkspawn, that kind of stuff? How did that happen? Oh, so you won't be affected by the calling then? Very curious, but we can't ask more because we're not a Grey Warden. We don't know this.
You sound happy about it. Becoming a Warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It also made me unique in the Circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a Warden.
Cheating death, if only they knew.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion? I pushed for our vote to free the Circles of Magi. But I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
Yeah, but would you have allied with the Devinter Magisters again?
I've been meaning to ask, how exactly did the Venatori take control in Redcliffe? Mages constantly found their way to us while we were there. Stragglers, most of them strangers. I had no way of knowing some were actually Tevinter. They spread whispers, encouraged talk of an alliance, and we were desperate. I'm not proud of our choice, but we were certain Templars were coming. It could have ended far worse.
It could have ended far worse. Yeah, it's a little bit of hindsight. You know, looking back, hindsight is 2020. You didn't know that they had time magic and they were gonna destroy everybody and they were working for the Elder One. Sure. And like the rebel mages, they were so stigmatized at that point that they would have taken help from anybody. And it's easy to judge them from the outside. But if you're desperate and someone's offering you help, you're gonna take it.
You're not still the Grand Enchanter then? Any claim I had to the title ended along with the Circles of Magi, although some still call me by it. Perhaps the Circles will one day be resurrected. If so, another will take the position. Until that time, I lead my fellow mages by default. I will do what I can for them.
I imagine some mages are just like, you know what, Fiona, thanks but no thanks, I'm gonna do my own thing, especially given what you did and didn't work out earlier.
You believe they'll recreate the Circle of Magi after all this? It depends on who the next divine is, and what she offers. We can't go back to the way things were. But endless warfare benefits no one. That is why I agreed to Justinia's conclave. There must be another solution.
I trust everything is well with the mages.
We're mostly relieved. An alliance with the Inquisition offers security. Although, who knows for how long?
Well, you gotta do your part too.
I'll leave you to it.
Before you go, Inquisitor, a question. In Redcliffe, after we left, did you perhaps speak with King Alistair? Considering who you are.
He wasn't in the mood to talk.
It's just that I knew his father, Marek, back when I was a warden.
I mean, I don't even know Alistair that well.
You want me to smooth things over with him? Introduce you?
No, it's too late for that. I only wanted to know if he was happy. His father had such hopes for him. Don't mind me, Inquisitor. The concerns of an old woman. Nothing more.
Wait. I just realized that Fiona's an elf. Oh, she's a knife ear. Thought she was human this whole time. Yeah, I think this is if you read the books, Fiona is revealed to be Alistair's mom. It's not a game thing, so I guess we can talk about it. Which is crazy, but does that mean that Alistair is half elf then? That in itself is kind of crazy. That reframes their entire interaction earlier. It's a bit depressing.
Greetings again, Inquisitor.
We're all good. For now.
I'll leave you to it.
The Veil. We've read this one. This person is talking about how it's not a barrier, it's not a separate world, it's more like it's a different kind of reality overlaid on top of the one that we see. Who said that? Senior Enchanter of the Mimrathus Circle of Magi. Wait, these are all openable. Oh, wow. Tons going on everywhere. Hold up. The folly of General Not Sheraton. 4. And so it was that victory was absolute, and cheers were raised for General Not Sheraton. And so, buoyed by respect and admiration, Not Sheraton stood proud and removed the mask to state her true name. For had they not accepted her? Had they not thrived by her leadership? Had they not become comrades despite station and masks and nonsense of protocol? And the answer was swift and bewildering, for they had not. And swiftly, she was bundled away amid calls of imposter and spy, and other terms she could not know, for still she did not know or lay. Not Sheraton. Helisma, who are you?
Here is the... Greetings,
Sorry.
Inquisitor. I am to serve as assistant to any research concerns. You'll find my skills are exceptional. I hope they prove useful.
You are a Tranquil. Oh, what?
You're taking over the duties of Maeve?
Yes. She said she was needed elsewhere and that I should serve the Inquisition to the best of my ability.
What is she doing?
I wasn't told.
You were made Tranquil.
Yes, I am Tranquil. It was necessary due to a willful nature that made wielding magic a dangerous endeavor. I remember that being a difficult time, but I cannot remember why. My skills are well used in my current position.
Well, I think... Yeah, we can't undo what was done to you, but I guess you can use your abilities here. I bet they have her here because Maeve probably could have died. So they're like, you know what? Just put another person here.
How can you serve the Inquisition?
I am to aid in the research of all creatures encountered in your efforts as leader of the Inquisition.
What makes you particularly qualified?
I remember being fond of animals. I don't remember why.
Being fond of animals makes you good for animal or creature research? Okay.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Adequate, based on the partial improvements to Skyhold.
I didn't improve anything. It just, I woke up and things were improved.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Okay. Knight helmets. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of stuff from the fight. books everywhere. Wait, what? Oh, what a shame I can't read that book. I can't read the 10,000th codex we're coming across. Ooh, the Randy Dowager Quarterly again. We're talking about obeying her order this time. A ribald tale of Templars standing firm before division by a secret cunning. An exhibition of inspiration at its most urgent, and the chant at its most passionate. Exhibitions for the noble of thought, but spry of step. Such an assault to modesty that I publicly swoon lest my own honor be impugned. Twice. 5 scarves fluttered in shock out of 5. Oh my, using the chant in such a wanton manner, is that allowed? Did I read this already? I can't read it. Oh well. Alright. Now we have to come up here. Oh, hi Dorian. We have to come up here for research? This place is big. Hey man.
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
I feel like Dorian is one of those ones that I would still like to...
I was distracted. That's all.
Distracted? By my wit and charm? I have plenty of both.
Shut up.
How interesting to find someone so aware of his strengths.
I'm a man of many talents. What can I say? I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely.
You weren't wrong.
They say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters. A dark spawn.
It's a small blessing that we haven't actually seen other Darkspawn besides for Corypheus. They could be using Templars and Darkspawn to come invade us, but no, not yet.
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is. Not us. They say Darkspawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to admit they shit the bed. But if Corypheus is one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's Darkspawn, what other explanation is there?
Wait, I gotta review that myth again. Did he enter the Black City or did he enter the Golden City, which made it black? Or like, what's the details behind all that? He could have been Darkspawn before, going anywhere. We wouldn't know. Be a rare mutation.
Why does that make you angry?
Because the Imperium is my home. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no, it was us all along. We destroyed the world.
Wait, we don't know yet.
You didn't do anything. Those men did. 1,000 years ago.
True, except that one of them is up and walking around right now. Not to mention I have idiot countrymen who would happily follow him down that path again. No one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
Yeah.
That's not why I'm doing this.
I knew there was something clever about you. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world.
Wait, the way you talked about it just now?
Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
Thank you. The way you talked about it sounded a lot like everyone in the world knows about Corypheus now, especially people in the Tevinter Imperium, and some of them are willing to help Corypheus. Does everyone know now? I don't know what the state of the world is yet.
You seem very interested in my opinions.
I am. See, like, the flirting is still different stages for everyone. Josephine is like, what's happening? Dorian is aware. Solas wants to kiss me immediately.
I should go.
I do rather like watching you leave.
Oh my. The words itself sound kind of mean though, like, get out of here, I don't want to see you anymore, but I don't think that was how he was intending it. This place is so big, there's a fast travel thingy everywhere. Yeah. That's back to the main room. Well, we gotta go to the battlements, man. The Champion of Kirkwall is waiting for me. Leliana.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
The names of those we lost. You must blame me for this.
What? Why would I blame you? What? Why would I blame you?
We all saw who attacked us. We know exactly who to blame. I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
You couldn't have known beforehand.
You look out for your people. That's a good thing, is it? My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
Not needlessly, though. There's another possibility that they could have just died and not get any information. If they died, you wouldn't have got any information.
Our people aren't tools to be used and discarded. Your instincts were right. Their lives matter. Can we afford such sentimentality? What if Corypheus... We're better than Corypheus.
I know it's hard. We want to think about all the different things we could have done, but yeah, people are not tools. If we stoop to that level, we're the same as what Corypheus is doing to the Templars. On the condition of your charges, dear Leliana, you'll be happy to learn that your friends are doing well. Schmooples the second is still unhappy about his meal plan and tries to get into the pantry. Schmooples, the nog! I remember now! I had to have a bolt installed, and now he whines constantly. The two little ones are still a handful, but good news, I've managed to discourage Boulette from relieving herself on the silk rug Justinia gave you. Where these two kids come from? Kids? Two little ones, two little nugs? I don't know. Felicienne, from 2 doors over, has been visiting almost every day to play with the nugs. Oh, they're all nugs. She is quite delightful, and Schmooples II is fond of her. I suspect it is because she brings him sweets from her father's shop. I had to ask her governess to keep her from visiting the house, however, as someone tried to infiltrate it 2 nights ago. An agent of one of the Blanchards, hoping to uncover some of the Nightingale's secrets. I neutralized and interrogated him. His ability to withstand questioning was deplorable. Someone needs to talk to the Blanchards about their spies. All I had to do was put Schmooples II in his face and tell him that I hadn't fed the creature that day. Your pet played his part admirably. I received your orders and will depart for Ferelden as soon as possible. I have arranged for Garter to take over nug keeping. Sparrow. Hey, if you're gonna... I think we should destroy this letter. This is basically saying Leliana is Nightingale. This letter is dangerous. They all have names and all that, but we gotta destroy that. Are we done, Leliana?
I'm listening. The Divine's death hit you hard. How have you been feeling?
Oh, you are referring to my outburst in Haven. I am much better now. Justinia was such a dear friend and there were so many things going wrong.
They were the relationship between a Divine and the left hand, but even from that note earlier, they were close personal friends too. Apparently, Justinia gave her a rug.
Sometimes it's best to talk these things out.
I was with the hero Ferelden when she defeated the Archdemon. With her by my side, anything was possible. But there is no happily ever after, not when life goes on. When the Divine requested my help, I went to her. I owed her that much. I sacrificed so much to do the Maker's work. But now Justinia is dead. I was angry. I felt betrayed.
but I shouldn't have let my emotions get the better of me. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Don't apologize. You were grieving and upset. I understand.
Thank you. Now enough of this. Let us think more pleasant thoughts.
I'm curious how you feel about your faith now. Has it changed? Your belief in the Maker?
Anything I should know?
It seems that the Orlesian army is awaiting our next move. Some of the generals are sympathetic to our cause, others are still suspicious. Our actions are under a great deal of scrutiny.
Anything I should know?
I've agents stationed by the ruins of Haven should Corypheus or his lackeys return. So far nothing, and the breach has been quiet for some time. That is something at least.
There's still a swirl in the sky, right? It's closed, it's not green, but there's a swirl.
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Thank you, Leliana.
I'll leave you to your work.
Yeah, she keeps a ton of those birds. Oh god, it's like a bird pet sanctuary here. Well, as long as she's taking care of it. Wait, if you're gonna put them so high up, they're gonna poop everywhere. It's gonna go straight down to where Solas is. Good thing I'm not living there. Note found in Skyhold's rookery. Sadler, Baron Plucky. I don't care how many missions he's flown or how many lives his actions have saved. He is a holy terror. Nearly pecked out my eye the last time I tried to attach a message to him. All the dramatic flapping and squawking caused the sister to come over. You should have seen her look when she snatched the letter from me. If I had a weaker constitution, it might have killed me on the spot. I suppose she thought I was trying to murder her prize raven. And all she had to do was coo at him and the Baron hopped on her shoulder, all sweetness, and nestled into her neck. How does she do it? All the birds like her. Is it blood magic? It's blood magic, isn't it? Weaver. Is this recent? Or have they always had birds in the Skyhold? Oh, even the bird cages have the Inquisition sign. A fine time to close the border. The news is dire. There are rumors that our Warden brothers and sisters in Ferelden have all perished. Without the Grey Wardens, the blight will take Ferelden. Then it will undoubtedly spread. It will go north to Navarra and the Marches. It will come west to Orlais. At the head will be an archdemon, and in its wake will come thousands upon thousands of darkspawn. We must be ready to stare squarely into the eyes of oblivion. Many of you have asked why we remain here when such threats are mounting in the east. The problem, you see, is not a new one for us. Politics. To say Ferelden and Orlais have been at odds is an understatement. These two are like dogs and cats. We Wardens are Orlesian by address only, but that does not seem to matter to Ferelden leaders. Word is that the King of Ferelden is dead, and his successor, Logie McTeer, decrees that no Warden set foot in the country. McTeer, a national hero who helped expel invading Orlesian forces from Ferelden, seems to have it out for our order too. Maybe he doubts our abilities. Maybe he is more foolish than the history books make him out to be. This is why we must wait, even as Ferelden unwillingly welcomes its fate. Oh! An address by Warden Constable Blackwall of Val Shevin in 930 Dragon. Oh, wow! This is old. Blackwall, have you been here before? Val Shevin? Wait. 930, was that the year of the blight? I'm just wondering, because he mentioned he was in Ferelden during that time, but that was Val Shevin. I don't know where that is. It's very... Wow, this is hell of a view. Oh, okay, yeah, just give me a dead end here, why don't you? Don't even give me a door to go back in. Can I jump? Whoa, that would be... That would not be... Yeah, let's not do that. That's probably not a good idea. Not this time, anyway. We'll do it next time. Okay, is that it for now for this area? Okay, this jump we can make, right? Oh my god! Hello, Solas. Oh, what you looking at there? Some fancy glowing relic? Alright, cool. Let's go back out this way. Hold up. Can I?
Well, how about that?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Alright. Plant new seed.
Fertile ground even here. This hold has everything.
Do I have any seeds right now? Skyhold's nursery. Grow herbs. I do not have a single seed. Okay, so we can get supplies here for crafting instead of going out to collect it. Ellen Vimel.
Inquisitor, Elan Vimal. Honored to represent the College of Herbalists and offer my services as apothecary. My colleague Adan was clear about the worth of your cause. I look forward to assisting him.
Is this lady here because Adan could have died?
I look forward to working with you.
And are you? I wasn't sure what to think of you people, but recent events have put those doubts to bed. All the mundane needs of Skyhold will be well tended. If you note anything special, let me know. I'm here to serve the cause we must.
Okay, thank you. That's very, very good. War room is over there. Lysette, hey!
Thank you for Haven. Less so for Redcliffe, but I am committed to serve your worship.
That's it? Oh, you're welcome. Letter to an Inquisition agent. My darling Wilbur, I am so proud of you. We hear so much about the Inquisition in the village. It makes me happy to know you're doing your part. I am sorry about what happened to Haven. I will light a candle in the chantry for the fallen. Please take care of yourself. I know what you're like when things get busy and the fate of the world hangs in the balance. You must take care of yourself before you can help save the world, you know? Don't forget to eat. You're still in the mountains? It must be cold and wet. Why couldn't it be a fort in the hinterlands? Then you'd be closer to home. Well, dress warmly. Shall I send you a blanket? Anyway, you should write more often. I don't understand why you can't tell me what you're doing. You shouldn't keep secrets from your mother. Love always, Mother. P.S. What do you mean I have to address the letters to Rector? Is that what they call you there? Why? Your name is Wilbur Quigley. It's a good name. Wilbur was your uncle's name. He fought in the Battle of Riverdane. We are all so proud of him. Are you ashamed of your given name? Why are you ashamed, Wilbur? Mom, this is why I can't tell you anything. God, which one's Wilbur? Hey, Thren! Thren! You're Thren, right? Yeah. We have some, like, Orlais people here? Just chilling out here? We should look at this place systematically. I'm just going all over now. Look at the garden. Maeve!
Thank you for saving my life and giving us a chance to help. I'm mostly studying now, but Hellismer can talk to you.
They didn't want to record the same lines. For the same... two different people to do the same thing? Is that the only thing you have?
Inquisitor.
Oh. Wish you had more. I'm happy you're here, though. Okay, I thought that was Thren. I was like, what? Did I recognize the wrong person?
Ah, Inquisitor. You have finally come into your own. The Maker has put you on a difficult path. I pray you walk it safely.
I remember our talk out there before we found Skyhold. It wasn't just the Maker who put me on this path, was it?
The Inquisitor could never have been Cassandra, or Leliana, or me for that matter. We are too political, too tied to the Chantry and all its failings. But I did not make you stand against Corypheus. I did not make you risk death to save the people of Haven. Only you could be the Inquisitor. I only pray the power of the Inquisition is enough.
Neither Cassandra or Leliana could have been the Inquisitor. I don't know, I feel like maybe Cassandra would have been okay, but she's highly religious. And maybe it's better, like I can protect them. I'm in the front, they can be in the shadows.
I'll do my best to earn this.
You earned this in Haven. The Maker has chosen you to deliver us from Corypheus. You have the faith and support of everyone here. Never forget that. Now, was there anything else?
Can you tell me anything about Corypheus?
I know nothing of the man personally, but the Chant of Light speaks of what he claims to be. No matter their power, their triumphs, the mage lords of Tevinter were men and doomed to die. Then a voice whispered within their hearts, "Shall you surrender your power to time like the beasts of the fields? You are the lords of the earth. Go forth to claim the empty throne of heaven and be gods."
empty throne of heaven and be gods.
That was one of the old gods speaking in their dreams?
Yes, Dumat, as I understand it. In secret, they worked magic upon magic. All their power and all their vanity they turned against the veil, until at last it gave way.
Before they got corrupted, the old gods.
That sounds like what happened with the breach.
Very similar, Inquisitor. Above them, a river of light. Before them, the throne of heaven waiting. Beneath their feet, the footprints of the Maker, and all around them echoed a vast silence. But when they took a single step toward the empty throne, a great voice cried out, shaking the very foundations of heaven and earth.
Corypheus said he found only chaos and corruption.
The chant of light says that it was beautiful until the Maker himself spoke. And so is the golden city blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world.
Corypheus seemed so certain that he heard nothing. He described it as dead whispers.
Bitterness, perhaps? He paid a high price for his crime. Violently were they cast down, for no mortal may walk bodily in the realm of dreams, bearing the mark of their crime.
But Solas' other dreamers seem to have no problem being in the Fate for however long.
Walking bodily in the realm of dreams is exactly what Corypheus said he did. But the mark, could it be related to the mark I bear?
I cannot say. Perhaps Andraste saw clearly and we misinterpreted her words. It was always taught that the mark they bore was the shape of darkspawn. Bodies so maimed and distorted that none should see them and know them for men. That is all I know of your adversary, Inquisitor.
Some of the chant of light describes what we've seen and what Corypheus said, but not all of it.
The chant of light is the work of mankind. We of all people must accept that mankind is fallible. Listeners may have misheard one of Andraste's songs. Just one word sung incorrectly could change everything. And how many verses were stricken or changed for foolish political reasons, like the Canticle of Chartan. Still, I would trust these words over any spoken by Corypheus. I hope they help you.
I don't know about that. I feel like I might have an inclination to trust what he would say more than these beliefs that have been passed down. Because like you said, it's a huge game of telephone that's been going on for like 1,000 years. One word could be wrong and the whole thing would change. Plus, if I were Andrastian and I were passing it down and I heard something bad about the Maker, I am telling you right now, I would change it to something good. I would change it so that the Maker is viewed in a better light. Whereas Corypheus, when he was telling it to us, he wasn't particularly trying to, like, rally people. He was just saying stuff. He didn't really have a reason to lie to me. His perception of what happened could be wrong. But I don't think... Like, I think he told me what he believed to be true. I don't think he was lying. This place is so big! Is this just the garden? That door openable? No? Almost feel glad it's not. Huh. I think that's it for around here. Well, we could go... We could go that way and see what's over there. When are we gonna get to the battlements? I don't know. We'll get there eventually. We can go here. Oh. This is the new praying location. Bride of the Maker. Maker, though I am but one, I have called in your name, and those who come to serve will know your glory. I remember for them. They will see what can be gained, and though we are few against the wind, we are yours. Canticle of Trials. Wow, the very beginning myth. When we first started Origins, it opened a dawn. Hold up.
Haven was a cock-up, Herald, Inquisitor. But you did right by me, and others. We'll pay you back.
Thanks.
Inquisitor?
Yeah, when we first opened Origins in the very beginning opened with the quote that mentioned how Darkspawn were made. The whole Golden City crap. It's all coming full circle. I wonder how far in advance the story was penned out. Like when they were making Origins, did they know they were gonna make 2? Did they know they were gonna make Inquisition? Are we nearing the battlements? Might be a good thing. What's here? This place is huge. Another ladder going up? Well, I don't think this is the armaments we're supposed to be at. Actually, why don't we make that our main quest? Yeah. Oh my gosh, we have so much stuff now. From the ashes. Oh, that's the main quest. Speaking of Eric on the battlements. This seems like such a... It is a main quest, which I usually try to put off a little bit, but it's... I need to know what happens there. Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. The Fate of Princess Celine. Power 30. Specializations for the Inquisitor. The time has come for the Inquisitor to master a combat technique. Seek out combat trainers at the war table. Oh no, I didn't see that. Okay. We can't get hurt here because we have no health bar. Are we going the right way here? This place... Where... Oh. Is that my bedroom? I think so. We have Inquisitor flags and all. I really feel like we're starting to be a nation or something. Wouldn't people oppose to that? Other nations? Varric is right here. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, come on, don't... Wait, I gotta do it myself? Come on! Oh wait, but mine basically was a default. Hold up. Oh, wait. Oh, but without the scar. Without the mark. Wait, is that how it's supposed to be? The hair? Oh my god, I gotta do this again? Didn't you have that like really spiky hair and stuff? Well, you could have changed... Yeah, you could have changed your look in... Oh my god, look at this. It's all the bald looks again. Could have changed your hair in all these years. It's been 10 years. She doesn't have to keep the same hair. Oh, this one seems a little bit closer to that one, actually. It's just the same hairstyles that we had in the beginning. Make it the same as Welonz Lavalin. Okay, I think, what was the default one they gave me just now? This one? I'm gonna do... Oh, this one seems a tad closer. And I think her eyes were... Yeah, they were... Oh, I'm done. I'm done. We're not spending time on this. It would have been so good if we didn't have to do the thing ourselves there.
Inquisitor, meet Hawke, the Champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawke, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him, after all.
Where were you this whole time?
Impressive view. Reminds me of my home in Kirkwall. I had a balcony that overlooked the whole city. I loved it at first. But after a while, all I could see were the people out there depending on me.
You're lucky it was just a single city. I've got half of Thedas.
You're doing everything you can to protect them.
Does it ever get any easier?
I'll let you know. I don't envy you, Inquisitor. But I may be able to help you.
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
I guess so.
If that's what happened to the Wardens, do you think we can free them?
It's possible, but we need to know more first. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Stroud. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
You have a friend in the Wardens? Your sister is in the Wardens!
If you didn't know about Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you describe.
Hopefully, my friend in the Wardens will know more.
This is so surreal. Our two main gals talking to each other. Hey, we have the same first name, by the way. Nice to meet you, Welonz. Whatever's happening with the Wardens, I assume that's what's happened to the hero for Ferelden too.
I appreciate the help.
I'm doing this as much for myself as for you. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor.
Oh, wow.
We'll talk later.
I'll meet you at Crestwood.
So you open a new thingy for me then?
Let me know if you have any other questions. Otherwise, I'll meet you at Crestwood.
I do have questions. Ooh.
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
My sister's a Grey Warden. I had my friend Aveline take her as far from Orlais as possible. When all the Wardens started acting strangely, I had to keep my family safe. Isabella and I never believed in being tied down. When I had to go into hiding, she understood. We'll see each other again. Until then, she'll be having fun. But hopefully not too much fun.
You play it pretty loosey-goosey. Where have you been?
Where did you go after the mages rebelled?
I heard the Chantry might be sending an exalted march to Kirkwall to put down the rebellion. I hoped that leaving would save lives and force the Divine to divide her forces to come after me. As it turned out, I needn't have bothered. All the circles started rising up and the exalted march never came.
You disappeared, but Varric knew where you were. You didn't really disappear.
I assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition. I think the exact phrase was, has a good shot at fixing Blondie's mess.
Speaking of Blondie...
I'd like to know more about Anders. What was he like?
I don't know if there ever was just an Anders. He was crazy. By the end, there was nothing left in him, except this insane need to start a war no one could win.
Whoa, I don't think I would have said that about him.
You said you thought you killed Corypheus.
The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the blight somehow brought him back, or maybe it's all Tevinter magic, but he was dead, I swear it.
Yeah, I'll go look back at what happened later on in a bit.
We'll talk later.
Right.
Yeah, there's still a lot of mysteries here.
We should get to Crestwood as soon as possible. My contact in the Wardens will be waiting.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
Right.
The Hawke is gonna be around. That's awesome. Oh, I really wish they didn't do the whole, do you want the default Hawke? Or do you want to customize your Hawke? Right before we met her. If they could have done it in maybe Dragon Age Keep, as like an inconspicuous kind of thing, that would have been so cool.